Dudes, speaking of Mufasa, I don't know if any of you heard about this, but Disney is going to be doing a new retelling of the Lion King story from the angle of Scar, the villain. So we're getting a villain story. Fans of Disney may want to be prepared, as a new comic series aims to explore an untold chapter of the Lion King's antagonist. Scar. Disney villains. Scar will examine the iconic baddie with a story that may put Scar in a whole new light. Wow, what a shock. Dude, every time they do one of these, they just want to remake the series so he isn't actually a villain. He's actually, a fine good. He's a, pretty chill guy. He's not rude or, evil or just hates his family. Classic Disney Renaissance film The Lion King dazzled audiences everywhere in the 90s. A new series from Dynamite aims to return readers to that period with a new comic book that pulls all the attention on the film's villain, Scar. Writer Chuck Brown and artist Trevor Fraley are teaming up for Disney villain Scar. So I'm assuming this is a ongoing series they're going to do. A new series that is set during the original film in between scenes. I've watched the whole movie over and over and over and over again to prepare. We had to find a way to make our story fit in seamlessly with the film. This story also needs to add something of value to the original story. Trevor Fraley. I want to be able to make the characters, keep their iconic looks while also keeping them fresh and interesting for the story we're trying to tell. The reality that Scar will never lead his pride is sinking in with the birth of his nephew Simba. Unable to accept the reality, the villain begins to scheme on how to take Pride Rock, a mission that will see him come face to face with the enigmatic Rafiki. The first issue will come with covers from artists Jahoy Lindsay, Karen Darbo, Erica Henderson, Jogun Yoon, Jean Ha, and David Nakayama. So we got these ones. I gotta say, I really like this one. I like the color scheme. Chat, this color scheme looks nice. I really like that, actually. That one's okay. That one's also just cool. I know this isn't chess. We'll get back to it. Stories exploring the sides of Disney villains are becoming quite the trend, aside from movies that have reimagined iconic villains such as Maleficent and Cruella de Vil. From a new perspective, Disney's attempts to use comics to do the same thing. Unfortunately, the previously announced Disney villains Ursula series from Dark Horse never saw the light of day, but the new Scar series presents the opportunity to do a deep dive into the psychology of a fan favorite Disney villain through comics. Scar is presented as an archetypal with little time truly devoted to his motivations or inner psychology. By setting this new comic book series in between scenes of the original film, Brown and Fraley can explore what was running through Scar's head and what made him make the decisions he did. Story is only as good as this villain, and a comic that helps flesh out one as iconic as Scar can only make a beloved animated movie appreciated even more. Fans can see The Lion King's untold story when Disney villain Scar 1 releases in April this year. So obviously, this is, apparently the Ursula series was canceled and possibly delayed, might be delayed or just canceled. We'll see. And, oh, come on, why are you sleeping? What's the next villain's wound? The next villain one? I don't know. But I do think that this is going to be an ongoing series we'll see from Disney. I wouldn't be too shocked. I'm a little interested to see how they're going to take it. If they're going to make him a more of an anti-hero, a sympathetic villain, or kind of show the true evil, or make him really evil. would prefer they make him evil and just keep him evil, because people always rewrite characters. And while I appreciate anti-heroes and sympathetic villains, he's not really one of those that I would see as a sympathetic villain. I just don't see him as a sympathetic villain. So yeah. Thank you very much, San Jose, for listening in, and I'll catch you in the next one when I'm talking about Juggernaut.